Okay, guys, quick aftermath of the Pro Compact car that went to Rockton this past weekend. Started out as a 1990, I think, square body Chev Lumina. I built this up last winter, and it finally got to run here now in October. So it's been a long wait for this one, but just this class has kind of tapered off a little bit, and none of the events really worked out for me this year. So hopefully we can get a few late season runs in on it. And it should be a little easier because I didn't really do a lot of damage. It was only about a 5-car feature. Unfortunately, poor turnout again, but that's all right. Went out, and about halfway through the heat or so, about 14, 15-minute heat, something like that. I've got the in-car video up. It dropped down to me and another guy, and we got in a pretty lengthy battle for first. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, to the point that they had to come out and tell us to break it up and turn it up a notch. Never happened to me before. I'm usually one that's known to really turn it up, but unfortunately sometimes you just need a little reminder. So we split up a little bit, turned up the pace, and I ultimately came out on top. It was a very tough battle for that one, but here it is. Not a lot of damage. Piece of the tin fender is peeled back. This is a very, very clean car to start with. I put a lot of time into it too, but it was a very clean car. Yeah, can't say enough good about it. It's a really good build set of rules. It's just, unfortunately, I think guys maybe don't want to go to the work of doing everything that you can or something. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is with this class, but I don't know. I like coming out of a 15-minute battle and your car still looks like this rather than coming out of a 5-minute battle and your car is junk, but that's just me. Anyway. Didn't take a lot more damage. This car's got my full bolt-in cage. That was new this winter. Dual battery setup, my harness setup, all that. Back end here, it's doing really nice things. The back little bit of the trunk here has bent inward. Trunk came into the tuck. All good things are happening. Both the notches bent up. So it's just getting started. Did take a really late in the heat. Took a really good shot here from Andy. He put that one on me. Heading for that wheel, but he didn't quite get it. So we're gonna should probably do something about that, because I can see that causing some trouble later on. Kind of with the strength of this back end, I can see that maybe giving way and causing some issues. So I'll see what I can do there, but realistically, this car is probably not even going to come off the trailer. It'll be heading out again this weekend, I hope, and we'll go put run number 2 on it. Yeah, not a lot else. Nose is completely straight. The frame is completely straight. Did have a couple small issues. I tried to run a rad in this car. I'm not really sure why, but I was just thinking that with the tougher nose in the car, maybe one of these small Civic rads would hold up. What ended up happening, if we can get in there, is, we'll show it here first. So that lower support from clearing people got shoved into the subframe some, or shoved towards the subframe, and then that took that little rad and pinched the lower rad hose, and I'm assuming that blew the rad hose, and that's what all the steam was that you would see in the in-car video. And that seemed to maybe choke the motor up a little bit. This thing started to steam and it choked the motor up, and then it never ran right after that. Whether it was that or, I don't know, could be some bad coil packs or something. It was a real heavy dew that night, and everything was just sopping wet, and I don't know, it just wasn't quite running right. It was reliable, it kept going, but it was sounding definitely odd. So I'm gonna try to pull this Honda rad out of here. I hope it's still good, and I'll just go ahead and put a loop in this. That won't bother it any. And then the other problem I found, let's see if we can get in here. See if we can show it. Here's my transmission loop. It's hanging a little bit low. See if we can show what's going on. Maybe not quite. It looks like I cleared. Yeah, you can see that. So, by the looks of it, I cleared somebody and actually ripped some of the hose on that that transmission loop, and I was lucky to not puncture right through that. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe shorten it up or get it stuffed up out of the way. But otherwise, this car is pretty much good to go. Like I said, put fuel in it. I probably won't even unchain it from the trailer and be ready for round 2.